Coba masuk kalau apa nih, you can hear me or not? You go out and then you apa nih, if you can hear my voice. Yeah, hi, hello everyone. Today the sun is up here in Solomon Island. I think there was no rain last night. We just came back from the market today with my neighbor, Mr. Anderson. There's not a lot of uh, produce by the locals this time because I think maybe because of the continuous rain for the last 2 weeks. I think this last 2 weeks they are all, it's totally soaked here in Solomon Islands. So now we came back from the market today, and we just bought I mean me myself, I just bought some few veggies and root crops, some of the usual root crops that I bought. I also bought some shell, and definitely there's no fish because I actually buy fish during Tuesday and Wednesday. So that's about it so far. And just stay at home for the rest of the weekend. That's life in here. Yeah, hi, hello everyone. Thank you very much for joining. I can see about 20 million in the house. Uh, I'm live here in at Solomon Islands. Mm, time check is 11:50 in the morning here, and I'm just so happy and glad to see the sun is up today. Like I mentioned, we went to the friend with my neighbor today, and well, it's not that so many products or produce from the locals that they brought in into the central market. This, like I said, is probably because of a um, non-stop rain for about 2 weeks. If I'm not mistaken, it's 2 weeks that it's really, you know, it's raining. But I didn't notice any thunderstorm, by the way. And by the way, can you hear my the audio? Is the audio okay? And thank you for and hopefully that you won't forget to subscribe and follow me on some of the what is happening here in Solomon Islands. We'll be uploading um, maybe another video shortly regarding my transit in the what do you call that at the Port Moresby back home, back here. And yeah, it's probably be tonight that I will be uploading that that video. It's a good place, a nice place uh, to transit actually. So stay tuned for that. Like I said, nothing to do in here during weekend. After a busy week here in at the office here in Solomon Islands, I actually uploaded what is happening on the road in here. It's really terrible. Roadway again. I mean, this is 2026. 2026 is supposed to have been moved forward, but it seems like they're moving backward here. I mean, it's sad to say that, but that's the reality for now. I'm so actually glad of one of my, I can say from from New Zealand. His name is Mr. Lowry. Yeah, I think it's Mr. Lowry, I guess. Um, Commented that he were I mean live here in Solomon Islands on the 1906, well, 68 to 70, and I'm so happy. I'm glad for that. I'm still a toddler during that time, and he's so happy that to see. I mean, it rings the bells on the places that I recorded for him. I mean, on my video, that he's in some of the places, and he's also sad seeing the Mendana Avenue on my video. That, well, like I said, it's went backward. Hi, Graham Jackson. Hello, welcome to my short live today. How are you, my friend? um, I can't remember where are you watching from now, Graham Jackson. I don't know if you're just around the corner where I'm staying, and it will be good if you can, if you have the channel, we can collaborate, or we can share ideas. G planes. Um, I don't know that place. I mean, G planes is still in Guadalcanal planes or what? Please help me, my friend. And I hope that you're having a good weekend, Saturday, right now. While I'm spending definitely my weekend mostly on my balcony, like here, catching up with new friends maybe, and hopefully that you will follow me. I'll make some suggestions of what we wanted to do, and I mean, on my channel to make it improve. That's what I wanted to do. And well, I have a lot of plans in this. When I'm back in Kuala Lumpur that time, if you can see my new shirt here, are supposed to be for for sharing, but I didn't bring along with me. I actually have one left. If it's in, well, if you are here in Solomon Islands or Guadalcanal. I think uh, maybe I can share it. I can, you know, G planes. Where's the G planes? Graham Jackson. Oh, Jeepol too. Okay, I know that Jeepol. We did your road there to Embrande. We actually did the road from Henderson to Embrande, so we passed by the Jeepol. If you're until the just before the Embrande Bridge, that's about what 31 kilometers from Boston. I don't know, no, not Don Bosco. Sorry, it's about 31.5 kilometers, if I'm not mistaken. We are supposed to tie the road into that bridge because if you were there, the bridge is it's, I mean the connection is actually been snapped or there's a discontinuous. I think it's because of the landslide. So I still don't know if we have to connect it back, but that's the plan. G people, yeah, I know the place. Thank you, my friend. The weather here is a bit changed again. Thank you for its service on the road works. Huge improvements for going to town, shopping, and marketing. Yeah, definitely. Yep, that's. I'm. You know, yes, I know that there's a very huge improvement into that, especially transferring your goods to the central market. That we haven't. We well, we're not done yet. We will be still be putting some of the signages, things like that, and a little bit of it. We call it a gateway on few places. If I'm not mistaken, it's three. There was one after the alligator that you will be seeing a lot of signages there that you know the speed limit and things like that. So yeah, that will be coming. I mean, the Chinese contractor now is ordering the those signages, and hopefully, probably by you know March maybe they will be putting in those signages in your place, uh, from Don Bosco to up to Emberande, and and of course we are doing the Mendana Avenue and the Tanday Highway up here, well up there. That is the place. I'm actually facing the port right now on my place. That is the port at the front. In fact, I can see one of the crane if you just pass by. Oh, that's a flag. Yeah, that's a flag. It's a flag over there on the port area, and so hopefully that we can finish. But I cannot say that. Uh, Maybe by July this year. Maybe because of the rain, it will be delayed again on the constructions of those roads. So bear with us. And there's another plan here to going west until Maravovo, and that will be upcoming. But to me, we will be still be concentrating in here, Tanday Highway, Mendana Avenue, and that's what's going to Emberande. I'm looking forward for more, goods from the provinces uh, next weekend. I only bought a you know, few greens and what root crops this morning at the central market. I would love to show you, but it's inside. But I'm still wanted to relax outside over here. I can see the weather now here at the back of the camera is forming a black clouds again. And I know it doesn't rain. I mean, it didn't rain last night, I guess. I had a very good sleep. The good thing here in Solomon Islands, as I experience right now, is that if it rains, it's very cold. It colds, and I like it. I'm actually talking to my friend just now when we went to the central market, uh, because we passed through those, potholes on the roads. And as he says, if it rains, this is what we're getting, right? But if it doesn't rain, we will be getting the dust. And I asked him back, so which one you prefer? Which one you gonna prefer? A dust or a rain? And he kept quiet. Well, there's a good thing and both, to me, to be honest. You know. But if it's there is a continuous rain, it will be a disaster for us constructing the road, right? The delay, I think, has already been delayed for a month now. Again, I mean, additional delay for another month. And I can say that probably sunny days will be much better. Intermittent rain, of course, just to water all these greens. I love this greens environment. I like nature. You know, wow, amazing. Keep on going with the roads construction despite wet weather. Hope the weather will improve anytime soon in the coming months. Yeah, Mr. Graham Johnson. It is. I mean, well, me myself, I'm looking at the weather forecast. I think next week is must be a little bit better than last week. So hopefully that the contractor can advance more on the work. Um, well, there with all this social media now that being like what we are, of there's a lot of complaints. I mean, everyone have their own uh, perceptions, I can say, and they're always saying this and this, why this and this, why not this and this, right? So we understand the frustrations. As an engineer myself, we understand that frustrations, and it is very, very hard to please everyone, especially in this kind of construction. You were inside the CBD, okay? I mean, I'm just talking about Mendana Avenue. All right. Mendana Avenue, there's a lot of establishment, and everyone, well, no one wanted to stop their business. Am I right? So we, as a consultant, we are actually uh, advising what is the right thing that we can do to sort of, to minimize the impact of their business. That's the only thing we can do. I think we did something uh, on the Solomon Motors. I think it's down at the Tanday Highway, and one here in front of IBS, or that is the Grand Plaza. I can say, with our advice, the contractors did a good job for that, maintaining that relationship between the owner and the construction itself. You know, and at the end of the day, they're happy. Well, like I said, in the first place, they are a little bit aggressive that, oh, maybe this month we will be losing something, right? But that's normal. I- it's no, it's just have a give and take kind of things that, well, we cannot do it overnight, by the way. So now they're happy. Uh, in fact, we just went back and buy something there, the shop just now, and we park at that very huge and very wide kind of parking lot in front of the shop. So what I'm saying now, in general, and in this in Mendana Avenue, we actually, you know, gathered as a consultant, we gathered the owners to present what are the plans. So this is a good thing, and most of them agree. And well, we cannot avoid those minor. I can say now it's minor uh, concern from them. So those are the things. So to me, because like I said, because of this social media now, they can say anything. You have your own account. This is my account. This is what I can say. This is my, you know, I don't know whether they have the right, uh, the freedom of speech in here in Solomon Islands. Other places, other countries, they have that. So they can just throw whatever they want. I mean, but what I sometimes I can notice is that they actually didn't, kind of screen. I can screen. I don't know this. Well, I'm just thinking of the right word of uh, not to say the other things. I mean, those bad words or bad things in social media. Even though you know that, yeah, okay, I can say whatever I want, but I think there should be the ethics of writing. We still be prevail in that instance. You have to be mindful of what we are writing, not detrimental to everyone or to someone else. You can have your idea. Why not? Put your idea and discuss. And maybe, but not like those very harsh words that you have the right to just type in and then send it over, right? No, it's not. We always need to streamline. That's the word that I said. You have to streamline what you want to write and suggestions that can make things improve better. So hopefully that my uh, thinking is that hopefully that how I wish that we have I mean the same mindset and putting in some things um, just to improve and make everyone happy. I'm very thankful for Graham Jackson to understand, and he's grateful and what have been done in their places there at Jipol. Thank you very much, sir. And hopefully that. Oh, there you go. I'm you still here, Mr. Graham Jackson. Ethics be considerate, constructive. I guess the mentality of some people online, social media, is a problem. Yeah, that is actually what I'm trying to, yeah, to mention the ethics. I can thank you very much for that. I mean, I'm just trying to pick up the nice word. Well, it's a nice word, or you know, to mention in here the ethics. We in my office yesterday, we are actually putting in something like a presentations to the client, probably next week because of this. And the one that I wanted to reiterate into that one of the slide of that presentations is that the attitude, you know what I mean, the attitudes of the, because, well, on this topic that I'm talking about now is because of the traffic, and some of the issues that, you know, the barriers, blah blah blah, not fully secured or things like that. Is that this is what I can say, Mr. James Jackson. I fully agree on what you have mentioned in there. But for me, I mean, to me, when I mentioned in that particular slide, and I said because of the mentality and attitudes of the drivers, I'm sorry about that, but that's the reality. The drivers and the pedestrians, you know, in this kind of constructions, like I said, in the CVD, in the, I mean, in the central district, I mean, in Mendana Avenue, is that everyone is walking, you know, students, workers, all sorts of life. We actually provided for a particular lane, a walkway lane, for the pedestrian to walk. You know, but the thing is, well, it goes back to the mentality and attitude that sometimes they can just, you know, jump, or, oh, I want to go, I mean, I want to cross the road, or the driver that something that it fallen, they cannot just, you know, just they can just drive, you know, or sometimes if during, I don't know, maybe after office hours, or I mean the workers is gone, or uh, you know, lunch break and things like that, some of the people or the pedestrian, they just go inside the working area. So that is why we are actually, you know, uh, responding a lot of that queries that the somebody will snap the photo inside of the working area that people is well walking there is, you know, with he or she is not supposed to be in there. So that's where it comes the attitude, right? And the discipline, like you said, Mr. Jackson, ethics, the mentality of the people, and that's on the online, but not the reality also happen. Oh man. So if I will ask maybe our friends here, each and every one of us, what do you think we can do, or we can improve the world we live in right now? You know, with all of this kind of happenings and things, I will be very, very much happy to hear a good idea what we're gonna do to make the world that we're living on a happy place to stay again. Without all the hatred, how we wish that everything is love, right? We're talking about in general now. It's not just only in here. I wanted to talk about, I can say, my adopted place right now here in Solomon Islands. I'm already here for more than a year, and to be honest, there's a lot of changes came here. But the thing is, the only thing that it hurts me is the road there at Mendana Avenue. That when I came back last week, well, I'm actually 1 week old now here. When I came back from my holiday, well, we cannot blame this. It's a force majeure because of the rain. You know. But uh, yeah, I think they do something. The contractor or probably the Honiara City Council well, actually graded the road, which is not that as bad as I had last Monday. So yeah, I'm so very grateful for Mr. Graham Jackson with all his suggestions and insight what we are discussing about. So at least I've learned something today, heard something good today. Not all hatred, not all bashing. It's pretty cool, you know. Time check is 12:20 here in the Pacific. I know back in Asia is we are actually 3 hours advance. So you will still have that at 9 o'clock in the morning, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. Time check is 12:20. I still haven't prepared anything for my lunch, but we already have something in there that I bought at the beautiful Central Market here in Solomon Islands. And like I said, there's not much root crops. I mean, greens at the market today. So I'm expecting that next week because the weather now is a little bit better 2 weeks ago. I mean, than 2 weeks ago. I'm also glad that some folks here that so watching right now is can share with me where you watching from, and maybe we can share some ideas how to if you have some suggestion for me to improve my channel and something that I need to feature in here, especially in like I said, I can say that this is my adopted place right now. Honiara, Solomon Island. I like the place. I love it. With a 1 year plus that I'm staying here right now. It's a very cool place. But to be honest, it reminds me when I'm still young, back home in the Philippines. Same environment, near the sea, near the mountains. But, well, in the central Honiara, it's no mountain actually. It's all ridges, all the ridge and, but the place I came from was similar. So yeah, that's a good thing. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, Mr. Graham Jackson is still there. I'm so grateful for that insight that he mentioned about here in Solomon Islands. And I also love to hear if Mr. Graham Jackson is from Guadalcanal or another province. I love to hear that, Mr. Graham Jackson. For those who are just joining, thank you very much. You have reason to book is live here in Solomon Islands. Time check is 12:24 noon time. It's actually good to have that sun came out today, early morning. But it's a little bit gloomy again. And hopefully, and I know that everyone's looking forward to the weekend. The first thing that I wanted to mention before I read Mr. Graham Jackson again is that the culture that I see here. Oh, okay. Right. First, acknowledge the attitude problem, mention it, and discuss it and change it. I'm glad to hear your perspective, sir. Bye bye. Yep. Thank you very much for that. I will keep that in mind, Mr. Graham Jackson, and I hope to see you again online or maybe somewhere here in Honiara, maybe. Like I said, where I mean, if I'm so glad, I'm so happy if you can mention to me if you are here somewhere. Yeah, I know that you're in Jeepol, but my question now is that are you because all my some of my friends that I said, oh, there are islanders, but they came from Malaysia, you know, central province and all of those. So, how about you, Mr. Graham? Before you go, you're from Malaysia or Isabel or it's okay. Hopefully that I can catch up with you again next on my some of my live, especially in here. I've got a lot of things to do in here when I mean, if there's nothing, I mean, out from the office, I want to reach out some of our friends out there, like you, Mr. Graham Jackson. Have a nice day and have a nice weekend. Malay, Malaika and Guale. Yeah, okay. Prayers. Yeah. Thank you very much for that. I'm so glad. And I hope that I can see you somewhere here in the Mendana Avenue when we're doing that. Or maybe at your people place when we're doing the installations of those signages. Thank you very much and God bless. Have a nice weekend. My pleasure to meet you online. Thank you, sir. Bye for now. Take care. Regards to your family, by the way. Bye. He's a good man. I can say what I s- well, me as an observer of things, sometimes I can, what can I say? Something like I'm observing. I mean, if it's an unpersonal thing, I can observe that this guy is this guy. You know, he got some attitude, he got something, blah blah blah. But I cannot judge it straight away. I still need you know, to know something. But for Mr. Graham, I mean, online, if you met someone online, you actually can see, especially when it's writing. I mean, he's typing, he's writing something. He's a good man, But because I said I've got a lot of, I encountered a lot of things that out of nowhere they will bang you with words which is not supposed to be, I can say irrelevant to the topic. But like Mr. Graham Jackson, it's also he has that kind of mentality that it reflects his personality. I can say that it reflects his personality and what he's writing. So that's about him, and I hope to see him some of my life. Oh, can I search that channel? Maybe later. He's from Malaita and Guadalcanal. Mm, interesting. Yeah, sorry about that. I'm just responding some of the queries that I've had. Sorry, let me reply. Yeah, happy weekend, everyone. Mr. Graham, his channel. So I'm looking right now. Support him. Uh, he has a huge farm, and he said his slippery cab is drowned. There you go, Mr. G- Graham Jackson. Yeah, that would be good. I mean, just keep creating. I will message him. I think he already left the live stream. Oh, he has a huge farm. You know, he's having a huge farm, Mr. Graham Jackson. If you're still there, I will support your channel too. Okay, he has a huge slippery cabbage. Yeah, he's showing that because of the rain. Okay, okay then. It's we are here for 51 minutes now. I have to go, and I'll see you again shortly. Thank you very much for those who just hop in and join me in my live stream. Uh, Today, 31st of January 2026, exactly 12:39 noontime here in the Solomon Islands, central Honiara, Solomon Islands, where I am at. Have a nice weekend, and I'll see you again soon. Japarism Tubuka now is signing off for now. Bye. Bye for now. I'll see you again later.